Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stories with Stevo podcast.
Hey.
We have here live and direct Anaya, my cousin, and today we'll be talking about relationships, the hot topic of relationships.
Again.
Yes, again. The first one didn't air, but we will be talking about it. The first topic that I would like to talk about is women that say that all men is dog, which is not true in my opinion.
Yep, because dogs are loyal.
Wow. In my opinion, I find that women is just throw that around without, like, it's a baseless argument. Just because someone hurt you in your past don't mean that all men are the same.
No, it's not all dogs are the same.
Wow.
What do you mean?
No, because it have good men out there.
Yeah, I'm good dogs out there too.
No. I find that a lot of women just go after the type. I'm not saying all women go after the type, but a lot of women go after the type. And then because their type is tend to be the ones that has hurt them, they just have a problem and they just say,
What you define as type?
you know how to define as type?
Because I have a type, but
Exactly.
what you define as type? What do you mean by type?
I don't have no type.
You don't have a type?
I don't have a
I
type.
can tell you what your type is.
I know more
But I wouldn't
people.
say
I
that.
don't have no type. So
You
shit.
don't have a type?
I don't have no type.
Alright, Steven.
I look
you
at
don't have a
women.
type.
I look at women for personality. I look at
But
when.
that is part of your type.
No. Some people let's say, and it goes to men and women. Some people let's say I don't have no type. You know, I want somebody with a nice personality and all them thing.
Yeah, but that's
And they know deep down they want a good looking
the
fella.
type. Well, yeah, who wants ugly kids? Nobody.
No,
in this-
but sometimes
Nobody in this day and age wants ugly kids. That's what the basis of type goes on.
some people.
But
Some people.
personality trait has a lot to do with your type.
No. Some people they know I. Some women know they like red fellas. You know you like red fellas, but you're still making it seem like okay, you know if a black man come around me, think I'll give it my chance. When you know you're not going to give it my chance.
I mean, it happens.
A lot. And you know red fellas
I wouldn't say a lot.
red fellas tendency is to break girls' heart.
Dog, that's a real stigma. Anyways, I have plenty light-skinned fellow friends, and they don't
You know what?
they don't break hearts, though. And I when I vouch for my friends, but you see, a lot of girls go with the guys based on the first response. First response is like the first, I say, 3 months of your relationship. That's when you're now figuring out who this person is, whatever.
Right.
After that first response, and you know, guys show, y'all just show. I mean,
I will spend that money.
start to perform for like the first 3 months, and then after those 3 months, it's like, okay, so who's
So-
this person?
Is this relationship or is this you meet a fella? Alright, let's say you go to a party, you meet somebody at the party. I don't know how people just meet up right now, but you go in a party. I guess with COVID you can't go in a party. I
In a
guess.
Zoom meeting.
Yeah, you go in a Zoom meeting, you see a girl in the Zoom meeting, you're like,
You message her
Yeah.
privately.
you message her privately, you get she contact, you slide in the DMs. Is that part of the getting to know?
No, that is not part of the getting to know. I believe that once things are made official and see what it is, when it's said what it is, okay, are you my girlfriend? Are we friends? What is this? From that point on, that's where the 3 months start, because remember, this is now new. You are now have this position. It's like you get an upgrade in a job. It's like
Right.
you get a promotion.
You get promoted.
Right?
He is now
You are now
the
officially
boyfriend.
the boyfriend, right?
Right.
I think for those first 3 months, you're gonna see a lot of what you think, what they think you wanna see, and what you think they wanna see,
Which is natural.
which is natural. But it's also very deceitful in the sense that, like, in the next 3 months after that, you're gonna
Yeah,
have
but
to now figure out the person that you thought you were dating.
My thing is, alright, we now get in a relationship. I can't show my true colors within the first 3 because because you have to get comfortable in the relationship.
Listen. You see, and like this is something that a lot of, like, I had a conversation with a few of my friends the other day. You see that not being able to do simple things like eat. Listen, when my plate is in front of me and I am seeing those ribs and you expect me to eat that like a lady, you crazy?
Because you
Steven, you are crazy. That is craziness. I spent $200 and something spent for that plate of ribs, and I must sit down.
You would say
and
that.
Pick on that.
You would say that, but trust me, if you go to a restaurant with a significant other and the man order a thing of pasta,
learn to eat with a knife and fork.
And you see, you're judging.
No, but there's a way to clean ribs with a knife and fork.
The man coming and he not eating with the knife and fork, you know, he just eating, chopping. That's how the man accustomed eating. You would judge him.
Why would you?
But you just say learn to eat with a knife and fork.
No, but I just tell that for the ladies out there, you know, there's a way to eat ribs clean with a knife and fork.
So if the man don't know how to eat with a knife and fork, you're not judging.
Nah, you can't be in Steven.
You see.
Who teach you to eat with a knife and fork?
My parents, but
those basic values, I find that.
No, but not everybody.
Okay, but not all the time you will want to eat with a knife and fork, but you have to be able to eat with a knife.
When you're home, you don't eat with a knife and fork, but you will see them true. Say you will see them true colors.
No, but not on a date. You embarrass me.
When I'm home, I pick up that chicken. I eat that chicken to the bone. So if you want to see my,
I'm licking my fingers
exactly.
Too. Chewing down the bone to pieces and all them things. Yeah.
If you want to see them true colors, that is what the man had it too.
That is not true colors. When I mean true colors, I'm talking about in personality. In terms like what gets you frustrated, because all the time you seem like this easygoing guy. You seem so easy breezy and you let things slide, and then now I'm realizing, okay, he doesn't like this. Why is he acting like this? Why is he getting on? Why is he complaining?
Because
this is not the you. So it's the next 3 months I'm now finally getting to learn the person who you are.
There are get through traits. There are traits that a man will put on to get through, and then there are, okay, I am finally comfortable with you and I can show my true colors traits, right?
Yeah, but them true colors be deep, Steven.
Yeah, because you get true traits. So some men, right? For a lot of men, the get true traits is what almost, I'm not saying with guarantee, but you're going in with a fighting chance of getting through. Because it has certain things that women like to hear, and when they hear those certain things, they are more inclined to do it.
So why lying? That's lying. So
lying.
That is lying.
That is.
Get true. Talking shit to get true is lying.
So that is not talking
that
shit.
That is a lie.
Deep down, you believe in those get true traits.
Okay, but that is not your traits.
Right, but you can't.
Yeah, so you're lying to me.
Look at the man.
So you're basing a relationship on lies. And that's why all relationships now will fail, because they're going with a lie.
But then you have to look at the flip side. Look at men who generally show their traits, right? Their true self. These take years, sometimes years, decades to get good.
Okay, and everybody takes a different time, but that doesn't.
That real pressure. As a young person, you know that real pressure. Because you go in and message your friend, boy, what you taking so long to get a girl for? And you know how girls is happening on both sides, both girls and fellas, to put pressure on each other. Your friends is be like, you can't get a man, ting. And I know for fellas, it is always be like I would go in a car, everybody else would have a girl, and they would be like, oh, so Jones, when you in, I get a girl. It just happen. And there's big pressure. Whose standards? My standards not high. YouTube, my standards are not high.
His standards are very high.
My standards not. I'm a very easy going fella.
I can tell you 3 girls off the top of my head.
Nope.
Off the top of my head. Nope. Anyways.
My standards are very.
I am not getting into that. I mean, your friends will always be like, you know, right? Not my friends, not like that. My friends are all happily single. Shout out to Shokwas and all these others. You know, they happily single.
Did you say they're happily single? They're really happily single.
Y'all need to see the niggas videos. No, and it's true, yeah. And that's why I can say the complex of thing, because I feel like women are now in tune to dark skin in this generation.
Yeah.
I believe that women are in tune to dark skin men because dark skin men we having it.
Finally. Yeah, finally. After years.
It was the whole Disney facade,
after
you know,
years
light skin,
of
green
the dark skin
eyes,
movement.
blue eye. Excuse. We were brainwashed for a long time
You
by
know what?
Disney. We are now evolving to realize
Wesley
that
Snipes is an old man now. Watch how old Wesley are there before that dark skin movement come into play.
Oh gosh. Well, you know, we were brainwashed.
All
The
of
whole
a sudden,
Disney facade.
Idris Elba looking nice, staying into all.
Idris Elba was always
Because he come around the dark skin movement. You know, you used to watch all them red people on Disney Channel and be
yeah,
like,
you know who I was in love with? You know, Agent Cody Brown? That was my boy.
You see? Brainwashed.
I really was brainwashed.
Brainwashed. And he
I
gave
was
him that.
so in love with him. But anyways, you know, girl grew up and I like Negroes now. Dark skinned guys now.
So my next question is, alright. So you started 3 months relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think that couples should move in together before they get married? Or you think they should traditionally get married and then move in? Because they say date me and live with me, two different things.
Nah. You see, when you get married, you're kind of stuck with it. So, yeah, I don't think you should move in before you get married. And that's my opinion. Personally, I just don't buy that. More so because, like the last podcast, we were talking about space. I like my space.
Right.
And then there's gonna come a time where, you know, you're gonna realize, oh, you're leaving.
But
you're still here.
But no, but it would have to, rules that, okay, if you break up, obviously one of us will have to move out the apartment.
Exactly. So that's why I find that you should wait to marry. I'm not saying, you know, do all the whole relationship things before. I'm just saying, you know, y'all should wait till y'all get married to move in, because that's a different scenario, and that's something that's
so what about if you get married and then you realize the person have a real disgusting habit?
I can't reflect on that. You already decided to marry me. What disgusting habit just gonna destroy the marriage?
Yeah, some people just can't, when they find out the partner disgusting habit, they just can't deal with it.
And then they have that's a psychological problem. That has nothing to do with the fact. Just say if you find that him leaving his clothes on the ground is something to get
we do that, I know what next time the man coming and chewing on your toenail by the dinner table and you can't stand up.
You just say, hey, that's not for here, and that's it. And that is not for here.
And then the man say, well, that's our custom, you see?
And
true
that's
colors
it.
come from
No, that's, and I say, well, don't do it by the dinner table, do it in your own space. And not in my bed either. Because I don't want your toenails to be rolling over, and I feel like
you feel some chucking in the
you feel like toenails stick out to your feet. I don't want to roll over and feel that. So, you know, do that in the bathroom, you know, clean up after you. That has nothing to get a divorce for, Steven. That is ridiculous.
Some people just can't deal with those things. Especially if you're married, I need free. I have a partner, he have OCD. So I know his wife, she had to be real on top of things.
You know what's going to happen? You get married one and see
what
it always happens like that. It really always happens like that.
Because I know a friend, she has OCD and she got married, and before she got married she was saying that every time the man come across, sometimes he just drop his clothes on the ground. and she would, like, it would piss her off, and she would just clean up after it all
And
the
she
time.
needs to get mental help. If you have OCD to that level that it throws off your whole day.
Yeah, but
And then have people like that, and I don't judge you for being like that. But at the same time, you need to get psychological help. That those things throw you off, that destroys your whole day.
but you know the person like this too.
You just tell them about it. And when they don't fix it the third time, then you see about it, you get a little garbage bag and you throw it as it goes in. And when you ask you, well, you know where my shirt is? And you say, oh, that's in the garbage bag downstairs in the basement. I remember I put it there, because remember we had that conversation talking about you having your clothes on the floor and you didn't move it. So, I didn't want it to upset me anymore. So I just put it in a garbage bag and it's somewhere downstairs. You'll find it eventually. And that's it.
And with a plaster for every store.
I do. Because you cannot let's say you're gonna let clothes destroy your marriage.
Some people do.
You cannot let something as simple as clothes destroy your marriage. Yeah. YouTube that doesn't make sense. Personally, I don't find it make sense. If that is your breaking point, I really don't think the problem is him. Or her.
Whoever get married tonight know that you can throw your clothes on the ground.
And just know that eventually that they'll be in a garbage bag downstairs somewhere where you can't find it.
Fling off your shirt, throw your shoes wherever, and I have in a pocket bag, in a garbage bag. You just had to go downstairs, pick up your garbage bag and pay to wash.
Yeah, exactly.
Got all your clothes in every day.
And it's not gonna affect. How is that affecting me, Steven?
Because you will be the
No,
one.
but how much effort you have to do to look through, to sift through those clothes, to find what it is.
Yeah, but you taking the effort to go and pick up everything.
I'm not taking any effort.
You see that now, after 10 days, 20 days, 30 days of doing that.
20 days, and when you realize he doesn't have a closet anymore and all his clothes out the closet, you realize, it's a problem for him too.
So, man.
It's gonna be a problem for him too.
I don't.
Because eventually and when I see I get 2-3 bags, I'm gonna say, oh, he probably doesn't want these things.
Wow. I throw away the bag.
I'm gonna give it away. I'm not gonna throw it away. It's probably good clothes. I probably bought some of those things.
Wow. But take it away. We'll be right back.
No, you can continue.
But the next question I have is a matter of jealousy, and it's something that we spoke about in the last podcast. Do you think boyfriend, girlfriend, or even people who now start to get to know each other, and it reached that point where you are kind of exclusive, you're going around. You think that either party has a right to get upset?
Yeah.
We are back here and we are talking about relationships, and we started to talk about jealousy. So we're talking about if let's say you in an early relationship, or you're now starting to get to know each other and you're exclusive, if either party has the right to be jealous.
Every person was there before. Has always been there. It's natural behavior to be jealous, but personally, I would not fuss about it, you see. Okay, this wasn't been there. But I just expect a certain level of respect in terms of the conversation. Don't let no girl calling you babe.
But that was she calling
Telling you I love you. No, that is out of the question.
Alright, so Larry says your best friend, right?
I don't care. Don't call anybody
you
babe.
have your best friend before the relationship.
First of all, if you calling me babe, don't call her babe.
Babe?
No.
Why?
If you are calling me babe, there's no possible. That's like me calling a man baby. And then I see one of my male best friends and be like, hey baby. If you sit on my phone, you wouldn't get back, Steven.
Yeah,
let me just say, you're my cousin, but if you see that on a girl phone, I say I'm not your cousin, and we start to go out. You see me calling a man baby on my phone.
Yeah, I would obviously be vexed, but there are some women who are like that. They like that's how they naturally and
No, I understand that. Because I call everybody hun, they, all those things. But I'm not calling anybody baby, especially if I'm calling my man baby. I'm not calling anybody male baby. That's all the question. So that means you have the same level of connection.
no, but
No, that is what it means.
the person that I know, they just call everybody hand baby everything, but that person, that's what they just talk like that. But
Yeah,
they
but there
know
will also be an exclusive name for that person that person would be with.
I assume I don't know the person.
It's not gonna be babe.
But
It's sure as hell not gonna be baby.
do you think that person's significant other should be upset because that's how? But that's what the person.
No,
is.
but I mean, it's all human nature to be upset about that. I personally, I would be upset about that. But I mean, he would have known if he knew that is how she talks to people.
Right.
And people on friendly levels, and he would have seen conversations with those people and realized, it doesn't mean anything significant to them.
Right.
What I'm saying is that if there's nothing exclusive to him, it will bother him eventually.
So she should always define. This is what I call you. This is
your
you.
status in my life,
right.
in terms of pet names, etc. I don't think that is a big deal, It's nothing to break up over, but it is something that will trigger you. Like, I'm real. I don't want my man calling any girl, hey baby.
That was his best friend since
I
before.
don't care who you are. Especially if you didn't come before me.
No, okay, well, obviously this would be before you. I don't think somebody would meet somebody
if you
after.
Come after me and you do that, that's a no.
But okay, do you think a man or a girl should have a best friend, even though they're in a relationship?
What, in the opposite sex, you mean?
Like, yeah, we ain't talking about same sex, like opposite sex. Like a man having a female best friend.
I mean, it happens.
And sometimes
quite
it happens.
often.
Mm-hmm.
It's a facade. I have best friends. I have male best friends, but those male best friends know them. In terms of, you kind of start a conversation about those things with me. Like, a lot of girls don't have limits, don't establish rules, don't establish any kind of distinct conversation with that person, said person, and that is nonsense in my part. Because listen, if you I don't mind you have a girl best friend, that's fine with me. But if your girl best friend is talking to you in a certain way, I don't have a problem.
But that's how. Alright, so.
That is not how all that. And that's not your best friend if that is the case. Because your best friend is supposed to be able to respect your relationship.
Yeah, but alright. So there's this theory that I'm betting on something in Wood, right? Which all men kind of know. That in every friendship or relationship between man and woman, there's always one side that likes the other side, right? Most times, there's always one side. Yeah, you're looking like you don't want to believe it, but trust me, it is. So, all your male best friends, you might like them, but trust me, in back of their mind, if they get through, they get through. And they trust me, at some point they have tried.
I mean, no. You see, that's the thing, you have to be able
You
to
can say all your male best friends.
And that's the thing, if they try, you let them know, hey.
But yeah, but
you let them know, hey, that is out of the question. And if you want to talk to me, and that's your responsibility, a lot of women have that they don't take. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about, okay. I know I am very pretty. Personally. My family has let me know, my brothers, my mom, my dad, everybody. And I'm not saying that it has not happened. But at the same time, I also know my worth. My best friend I could tell you one of my best friends is a who.
I like Batman.
No, I don't like Batman. We just associate ourselves with some creatures.
Wow.
I'm going to change his name for the sake of this podcast. His name is Jason. Jason is one of the biggest who's I've ever met in my life. I met him when I was 18? Yes, I was 18. A girl is now learning to drink. She's going to the clubs and stuff. Met this bartender. He's very cool, calm, collected. What piqued my interest in talking to him was that he bought drinks for girls and he didn't speak to those girls for the rest of the night. And he was so amazed because, you know, once a guy, in my experience, once a guy buys you a drink, he's there talking off your ears. Huh? No. No. But he was really nice. He just said that, and then in speaking to me, he just said, well, the girl was really nice. And he thought that, you know, in his head, reward was a drink for looking nice.
Right.
It didn't have any other intention. He's like, she's not my type, whatever.
Right.
But I also noticed that there was a game being played where in doing so, a lot of women took interest in Jason. He's a smart guy. Shout out to Jason. That's not his real name, guys. Don't look for any Jason on my page. I don't know a Jason like that. But yeah, he's really smart.
Jason had that.
He really does have that mentality, and he's one of the biggest hosts.
So
I talked to him.
Did Jason buy you a drink?
No, brethren. Well, I mean, if I go, I'll buy drinks. I'll buy drinks for him. He'll buy drinks for me.
No, I thought the first time we met him.
The first time I met him, yes, he did buy me a drink.
See? Man tried.
He didn't.
What? You just said that was part of the game.
But no, I'm talking about mentally women want to be wanted. And the fact that he didn't really want a woman because woman was at his disposal.
I mean, yeah, but alright, it's like
it makes you want, like, it's a mental thing, and he did not know that he was doing that. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. He didn't know, and you want to know why he didn't know? Because he had his eyes set on one woman for that whole night. I will not tell you the person's name. The woman is a popular woman. I would say that she's very popular in Trinidad and Tobago. He had his eyes set on her. Patrice.
It's Patrice.
Patrice is very old.
Patrice not old, she's just 30 something.
Yeah, but she's old to our
She's like 10 years.
Okay, but he's like 20 something. Come on.
Alright, for the sake of the podcast, it's Patrice.
Okay, let's say it's Patrice, as Steven say, right? What is this? He had intentions of pursuing that one person. And he had his something, and he was laying out his plan for us.
Right.
That is how I found out that he wasn't a guy to be pursued on a general basis, because it was so strategic that he did that personally. But I didn't realize it was because he was a bartender. That's why he bought the drink, because like he would compliment girls by giving them a drink. That it was not, that mentally wasn't a reward in terms of I want you.
Right.
I'm trying to pursue you. That was just a reward for a reward, and that was because he was a bartender.
Right. Other
than that, Jason pursued Patrice for the rest of the night. Patrice rejected him. Sorry, Jason. Tough. But
that was not your night.
That night wasn't his night, guys. But he usually does get through most times. And Patrice denied him. whatever. He came and he was talking, we were asking him questions and stuff because we found it really interesting how he was getting through. It was really amazing how he was getting through because girls were literally walking. It was Pop House, guys. Girls were literally walking around Pop House, following this guy, trying to get his attention. And because he wasn't giving them that attention, that need for attention from him after he bought them that drink was just like, wow.
See? Part of the things that men do to get through.
It's not things that men do to get through. It's
that
things
is,
that
that
work
is
for
one.
men. Jason is also very good looking, like fine as hell. He's fine. He's fine. I could admit that for whoever's out there. I have no interest in Jason.
So why you
but he's a good
question? Why you wouldn't go with
I already
Jason?
explained to you that he's a hoe. And we already established that.
So
that
if
he's a
Jason
hoe.
see you and change his ways, you know, you see the light.
Jason can lie to me.
He will not lie. Why you see? Why you automatically have to think he lied?
Because
The man see
Jesus
the light.
himself has to come
He
to
saw the
me
Lord.
and kiss me on my cheek, my two cheeks on the side and the
And
side,
says-
and say Jason is the man for me to go with Jason.
And Jason changed his life.
I don't care. Jesus
See,
has to come and
saw
kiss
the
me on my
Lord.
two cheeks.
He was riding a donkey and he got struck by the Lord's hand.
I'm glad you say that scenario to see how impossible it is.
No,
for
but
you.
men
No,
can
but
change.
I'm not saying that he cannot change. I'm just saying me personally, knowing his experience, knowing the girls that would have done stuff with him.
Everybody have a past.
Mentally, I cannot do it. There are girls out there that can. I can't do it mentally.
I don't
That's just me.
understand. I don't understand. And a girl told me that she was like, one of my ex was like, mentally, she can't go back there. I was like, what do you mean mentally? Because it's obvious that you like me. But she was like, mentally, she can't go back there. Explain that. What do you mean like mentally? Like what the block is. And this goes for like
Yes, listen,
past
the game
relationships,
has changed. The game has changed, Stevo. It's no longer about, oh, it's a pretty relationship. We have reached the age where your sexual experience has a big part to play in your dating life.
yeah, but what men change. But
I'm not saying that they haven't, but I know that they're gonna have certain experience, and that's another thing. Don't marry anybody. If you know you have sexual experience, don't marry anybody that you know.
small.
No, not why is I not automatically go to start?
But that you make it.
No,
What's
that
your
wasn't
sexual
just like-
experience? Don't marry anybody
I'm
who's
trying to
not
find a
well.
way to word it so that it doesn't sound as bad as what you made that sound, which is not what I'm trying to say. But
Don't need them swab. Don't
Don't
marry
need-
them swab, man.
if you know that you have a very vast sexual experience, don't expect that vast sexual experience from your partner, especially going into marriage. That is one of the number one reasons why people are getting divorced now.
So okay, do you want, and I'm being plain, would you rather that a man tell you he's a virgin? Or no, I'm asking you this question, like, if a man doesn't have any sexual experience, and this is the first thing women is like to say, oh, what's your lying? Of course, no, there are men out there who have never had sex and walking around as normal human beings. But if a man, would you prefer that a man comes out and say it, or you prefer that he doesn't say it?
I would prefer that. I want to hear your sexual past. The reason why I want to hear your sexual past is because I want to know what's your expectation of me, because I know I can't do some of those. No, them girls be wildin'.
Upside down.
But I am letting you know straight. I am not going at my head.
Swinging like Spider-Man.
Listen, I'm not hanging off no ceiling and you
Them
see
kind of
them
thing you
wild
just hear in
things.
Jamaica thing.
Yeah, I'm good. I am superb. I'm not saying that that whoever does it to each his own, but I know that in my experience that if I do that shit I'll fall or I'll go in the hospital, and we don't want that happening.
You want to get A for effort.
A
for trying.
A for trying. A for trying. No. You're not about to pop my neck for your dreams, your fantasies that girls be doing all
You
day.
just said true colors. This guys only man wants.
Well, don't expect it from me. Just you have to compromise. That's what about compromise. That's where compromise comes in. Don't expect me to be on my head spinning and we helicopter. No, that is not me, guys. You can get your performer from online. You know, have OnlyFans out there. Shout out to the OnlyFans. Yeah, that's OnlyFans out there. You can get that for free. Don't expect that from me. No, but that's what I'm saying. Don't expect it. You see, because and that's why it is important, because then you seeing all these things on porn and these things and you expect me to do it. Nigga, this girl's been practicing for months.
But that's what the man watching and that's what the man has expectation.
No. I ain't no porn star. So you know.
Then the man girl.
Yeah, but I ain't no porn star.
So you think that he should tell you what this conversation come in terms of the entire relationship? Is this like a later on conversation?
This is a conversation when you plan to start.
Plan to start having sex?
Yeah.
Okay. Which can be sometimes early.
It could be early, it could be late. But know what's his expectation is and don't settle. Like,
and if he and I know some men, like, fatherhood to some men is like they want to be a father. We always know the flip side.
Yeah, what's with all your generation?
Oh my God.
I know. I just remember that. What is with your generation? Only always wanna break in somebody. No.
You see, then I don't understand. The past generation, too much deadbeat fathers. Now we have willing fathers and only living.
No, it's alright.
So you are so
but
much.
We are not willing mothers.
No, you're supposed to be like, yeah.
We are not willing mothers. It's okay. See, but we don't have those kind of houses.
So you want the man to tell you, hey.
No, I don't mind you want kids and stuff, but no. Why I don't have a say?
Nobody man telling you before the activity that, hey, I would like children or something that I would like to have.
No. And that's where that conversation.
You see, you always make men feel. You see, this is why men lie. This is why men lie. Because you were trying to be honest. You'll be like, you have children? No. No. Deep dog, I ready for what? No.
Right. Yeah, women are about careers now. We are no longer in the age of stay at home.
But there are career women with 3 children. Like, I know a woman who's a manager and she has.
No, I'm not saying no. I'm saying that this generation, we are not we don't want that responsibility.
I'm trying instead of picking.
We don't want to pick me. We don't want them tail waggers.
So, you rather. So
I'm
then,
not saying no, we don't want kids. I want kids. 2, 3 by mistake,
So a man, you meet a man tomorrow, and
yeah.
next week you could have.
I'm good.
You see? I want to.
And that's another thing. I cannot understand that I'm pregnant by accident. There are so many measures.
Yeah, but
condoms.
exactly. But full is miss and things is break.
Compared to the millions and millions.
No, but some women, alright, and some women do this. I think some women do this on purpose. Sometimes you're in a relationship, the relationship might not be going the way you think it is. And you use the child and you think that the child is going to...
Yeah, why did you have child must have a job before the child is born? Guys, I have a friend who's going to learn. And he can't even give each other a name. I'm trying to get a divorce.
Yeah, these things happen.
These things happen, but I'm not saying that's right. And women feel nonsense for doing that. thinking that's gonna work out and that's gonna fix anything.
You can't
It's
talk
not.
to a woman in love. A woman in love does crazy things.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be crazy now. Beyonce on it again. Beyonce, you singing that Beyonce, which you want to spot two children.
she has 3 now. There's a Tone and Blue Ivy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're out of date. Like,
Oh,
I'm a heavy Beyonce fan. Let me
but yeah, so, but alright, look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. They are, some would say, a power couple, right? We know Jay-Z did be honing Beyonce left, right, right. Well, used to. Let me not talk here. Let me not talk to definite, but we know previously they went through like problems.
She made $1 billion album off of it.
Yeah, and then she made an album, which I don't like the album, but women go crazy over the album.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of women that are getting cheated on now.
Yeah, but why? Alright, my thing is why. Like, I know several people who have been cheated on, and I've been telling them, hey, as your friend, you are getting cheated on. You should leave this relationship. And they're like, nah, thing. I mean, being a man, and I'm not afraid to say that previously, being a man, I was like the normal man. I was on the outside looking in, and I was trying to get through at that point. But I was also the person's friend, so I was telling the person,
And
hey.
that's why, because you have bad intentions, they will never take good advice from you.
What?
You have bad intentions.
Oh, I have bad
I'm not
intentions.
saying that you're a bad person. I'm saying your intentions were bad in the first place because you were trying to get through, and I'm pretty sure that she knew that you were trying to get through.
As is most men that
Okay,
she would
right,
have
so
been.
that would have been your bad intentions, but she will never take what you say seriously. What she needed was good friends to tell her, hey, you need to leave him, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but
blah,
if
blah,
I
blah.
give you evidence towards that showing that, hey, you're getting on, you need to take my evidence. Like okay, like you know, most of your male friends are trying to get through. So the fact that I'm trying to get through shouldn't be an indictment on my evidence, or shouldn't be because I'm trying to get through that I'm not a good friend. There are a lot of
No,
people.
but that is not what it means at all. That is not what it means at all.
Because to me, it have a lot of girls that because I'm a male and a lot of males don't like to admit it, but you're male. There are a lot of people that you would have liked at some point in your life, and sometimes when you stop liking them, you could go on to be a good friend because the person, just because you were trying to get through and you didn't get through, doesn't mean that you and the person that don't have a friendship or you and the person not cool. There are a lot of people that I'm cool with that I didn't get through it, but
Yeah, and that's fine. At the same time, when you did tell her the first time, you would have had bad intentions. Your bad intentions would have been trying to get you while she was in a relationship, whether or not she was faithful or not, whether or not he was unfaithful. That's your bad intention. So that your word is not good in terms of that, because your intentions are bad.
yeah, but you still end up getting hurt.
Yeah, but your word is not good.
So you rather get hurt than
Yeah, because your intentions are bad. Your word isn't good. If your word isn't good,
so what do you want me?
that's like, okay. You're hiring like I say, I'm trying to find a good example. Right, so let's say we're building a house.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's building your house for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
A contractor see that somebody building your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, you know, I can build your house for the same price.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do a bad job.
Mm-hmm.
He's just saying that. You don't know that.
He teach materials and you could do it at a better price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But because I want to get the job doesn't mean that he is not teaching materials.
But that's what I'm saying. Your intention, because your intentions are bad and you want the expectation of a job, you also are going to consider that. And okay, maybe he's trying to, because that's what I say. Your intentions are bad. So your word doesn't count.
Nah, that's unfair though.
It is unfair, but is it truth and the reality of the
So
situation?
then you say nothing, I say as your friend.
That's like saying like, okay, so that's like saying like a hairstylist saying another hairstylist doing hair. I can braid it here and I come out better than how she braiding it because she do so. I'm already braiding my hair.
Yeah, but
I'm already braiding my hair.
I find that
Yeah,
you
why
should
you
at least
wanna
investigate.
Yeah, but why you wanna bad? No, that's not something because your intentions are bad because you want me as a client to pay your service.
Yeah, but alright. So how the story ended up was she got hurt. She started a ball on the face and then she started saying she entrusted man like you. You cannot trust me.
Yeah, but you had bad intentions, so that's why your word was never good.
Yeah, but if you listen to me and your bad intention, it would have saved you at least a few months of it.
What's happening? You're somebody else doing the way.
Yeah, some people just burn real hard.
You gotta tell me that. You gotta tell me that. People is real burn to learn, and I was real burn to learn, so I ain't not taking nobody's word up to the person. But don't take my fault for it. I will figure it out. I have no plans on being taken for. But yeah, that's how it is in today's world.
So I have another question. It's something that I've been asking for a couple of weeks, like months. You think that couples should work together?
No.
Why not? Why?
That's my space. So.
Work is your space?
Okay, if we have like a business together, that's okay. You know, have different jobs, whatever. But if you work in the same, let's say you work for, let's take a simple job. Let's say you work in an office. When things don't go well in work, and then it's brought home, and it's brought out of work.
How much you and the person really gonna argue with? Unless all the jobs directly related. No, really, like how much? I don't think so.
You don't think so? Take it from me, guys. Don't work with your boyfriend, your significant other, your husband, unless you'll have a private business that you're building together, which establish a set of boundaries with each other.
So why you can't work with somebody and establish the same boundaries?
And I say, sometimes you can.
Why?
Because you are not my employer. This is not something private. This is not something you can make a decision on. This is something most likely work is coming directly from your boss.
Right.
Who's going to determine whether or not you enjoy it?
I find that sometimes it could work because plain talk bad manners, there are people who in work who have sex. Right, but that's what I said. So
that's called casual sex. That's what we say in this day. With your partner working in the same space. Because listen, if you get me back to work, I'm not going to speak to you. And I stop speaking to you like I'm not going to speak to you for my head. It's not we going to just switch off from work at home.
So those people who have in casual relationships in work.
I mean, that's up to them.
They
are gonna. Somebody always catches feelings in those casual relationships.
Yeah.
And that's always gonna end up shitty under the stick because then somebody always gets hurt. And that's why I say you should never, ever, 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 ever date anybody that you have intentions. Let them work in the same space as you because that's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well for you. It's not gonna end well for them. It's not gonna end well for anybody. It's not gonna end well for the job. And then the employer be like, oh, she's so irresponsible and she's so irrational and so he or she is so emotional and whatever, and they can't separate work and things, and then you lose credibility because when you go for a next thing and you ask for a recommendation, well, what you think they're gonna say? Oh, she was a good worker. No, she was irrational and she had a blow up at one of our other workers who was a co-worker that she was dating at the point in time, and she went crazy over blah 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 blah. It's not gonna be, oh, she was a good worker before she met him. before they started dating. It's always gonna be that one situation where you would have blown up. You ever watch Medea film something? Like you ever see that over?
I am of the opinion I'm responsible. At least me.
Yeah, but I don't mean that she's responsible. See,
I think that it
and
could.
you like crazy girls, so
Wow.
you like crazy girls.
I do it. I
You
do
like
it.
crazy girls.
I do it. YouTube, don't listen to what she is saying.
You
I
like
do
crazy
it.
girls. That's
I
right.
do it. I like level.
And then when them-
I
when
like
them
level.
friends are here,
I like
I'm
level.
like, oh,
I like
so you don't answer my calls whole day and work and everybody watching and minding their business and everybody
First
stop
of all,
doing to see.
I don't know who you talking about. I like level headed
I
girls.
never said anything about. I never said anything about a specific person. I just said you like crazy girls.
Like I said, I like level headed girls because whose blood pressure don't go over 120.
So what? I crazy and my blood pressure be 119 over 70, right?
No, your blood pressure don't be low. Trust me. Trust me. When you get vexed, your blood pressure don't be low.
No, my pressure is really low. It's happening. Because my pressure is normally low. So, I would say those are damn things to see if you're. That goes away. The other day, my blood pressure was fuming up, sucking. The blood pressure was 90 over 57. I was like, what the hell am I supposed to be up to that?
Because you got message from some fella.
No, I don't have fellas bugging me.
That's what they say no.
Nah, now I can say that. Before I used to let them bother me. And I told you that before. Yeah.
So, alright. I have another question. How long after dating you think someone should get married?
I mean, it all depends on you. If you feel like that's the person you're gonna live with for the rest of your life, pop that ring.
So a month.
Do it 11. If you feel like within a month, like I said, I'm not discouraging anything. If you feel like within a month, you know this person top to bottom after I just had a discussion about 3 months to know the person, 6 months to know the real person. If you feel like in a month,
the shared friends relationship. Because your friend will come to you.
I will be
Girl,
real.
I will get married next month. Oh, so you already knew that man a month and you want to get married. But if you feel like you're ready to get married, by all means you get ready.
Yeah, I will always support
I mean,
her.
I think that 3
My
months.
best friend Shokus can tell you that I always support her decisions no matter how bad it is. I will just tell her my advice. Whether I like the person, whether I find that the person is reasonable, whether or not, whatever it is, I will always let her know. But at the same time, I'm not going to tolerate things and don't come crying to me. Don't come crying to me because I told you in the first place. I told you in the first place that person was a bad person. That you need to leave that person alone and you didn't listen to me.
Yeah, but you supported the decision.
Yeah,
And
I am your best friend. I will always support all your decisions. If you decide you're gonna get married, but when you're ready to get a divorce, don't play crying to me and I don't know the situation. I told you the situation was gonna happen.
I'm supportive.
And I support you. I don't support the situation, I support you. Whatever decision you decide to make, that's fine with me. But I am not supporting your relationship. Most likely I'm not going to talk to your husband, whoever he may be, if that's the whatever.
So you as a best friend, that I mean, I personally find that it's be awkward. Like I am not going to talk to any of my friend's wife, but you wouldn't talk to.
No.
Why?
Don't ask me a question.
Why?
Why?
So you and.
I don't like the guy. There's a reason.
Okay. Let me say I like the guy. Let me say this is a different situation. Like they know each other years and thing and whatever.
Okay.
Would you then talk to you?
Well, yeah, because I would have appreciated his contribution to the person that you are. If he's a nice guy, yes. There's also other things that will contribute to me not wanting you to get married. First of all, financial. Can he financially take care of you as his wife? Can he be a provider? No, if he cannot, I'm not going to be like, hey, like, I'm going to use my best friend because she doesn't mind. Sure, Chris, you can't marry that guy because he can't provide for you. He can barely provide for himself. This is not the time. He's a great guy. He will be a wonderful father to your children and a wonderful father to my nieces and nephews, right?
Struggle to make it.
Struggle to make what? In this 2020 COVID?
Yeah, some people just had to go through the struggle.
No.
Say, the horse is always make for a fairy tale ending, right? Me and my girl was broke. You know how the story does go. Me and my girl was broke,
Yeah,
we
but
struggled,
most of them that get married when
we
they make it, like J. Cole, who got married when he made it, when he sold his album one thing.
Yeah, but
Kendrick Lamar got married when he made it. You don't see that Chance going and get married because he made it.
Yeah, but that's not a fairy tale story.
That is the fairy tale story.
The fairy tale story is we get married young, we didn't have no money, and then we struggled through life, and you know, we take and we save up, and you know, we put together and we make it and we build this fantastic thing, and now we have this fairy tale ending. That is a fairy tale story. It don't be the story don't be when me and the girl was dating and thing, and then after when I make it, then we get married. That's not how the story is go.
I'm not saying that you disband from this person. You're building still. I'm saying do not get married if you know that he cannot provide for you. If you know that you cannot provide for, well, I don't believe in women providing. I believe that women are meant to take care, men are meant to provide. That doesn't mean financially a man is supposed to take care of you of everything that you have, right? Women, don't interpret my words like that.
I get real people vexed.
Yeah.
Cause real woman guys say they ain't buying nothing.
Yeah, they ain't buying nothing.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, you know how embarrassing it is to ask a man to go and buy a pack of pads? That's really the lifestyle you want to live? That's really the life you want to live?
Some women say the man just take care of them.
To buy a pack of pads, Steven, I can't go and buy a pack of pads for myself.
See, we can come out and say that.
So I can't go Pennywise by myself. I don't wait for a man to come home from work to go Pennywise.
Some women living their life.
Good for them. Good for them. I know I'm not gonna live that. You could imagine. You had to wait for your man to come home for you to go and buy pads for your period. Suppose your period come and sweat, but you had to wait for him to come home. Like, not today. Oh gosh.
So my last final question before we wrap up, because we are approaching the hour mark. Do you think that exes can be friends?
Depends on how they broke up.
Okay, so let you take
Cheating, no. I'm gonna say what it is. Cheating, no. Miscommunication.
What is miscommunication?
Meaning that whatever would have caused you to break up was based on a miscommunication.
Like what? Like,
I would say,
because I think going into a relationship, every woman will say the same thing. Communication is key. Well, let me not say every woman. Every man and woman know that communication is key.
Because people mix up listening to communicating. Communicating doesn't mean like listening. Yes, you can listen, and yes, you can interpret. You can think, but that doesn't mean that you understood what I'm saying, and that's where communication comes.
With my final question, and then we'll wrap up. So we're talking about relationships, and my final question to Anaya is, do you think that exes can be friends?
I'm saying no.
Yeah.
Cheating.
She was saying that...
I mean, it depends. Like, cheating, so no. Don't be friends with somebody who cheated on you because you're gonna develop those feelings again.
It's a mistake.
It's not a freaking mistake where you slip and went into a vagina.
Slip up, supper.
But you slip and went into a vagina.
You know, you was partying and then you drop a home and then one thing then...
So you know how far from outside somebody's house to go inside to
She
drop
couldn't
shit?
walk, she couldn't walk.
She couldn't walk, okay?
So, yeah,
That means she wasn't conscious, so that means you're telling me that you rape a girl because she would not have been conscious enough. If she can't walk, that means she cannot say yes
it's
or
how
no.
people who conscious who be stumbling. You know people sometimes there's be conscious but they can't make it to the
First
door.
of all, that means you're taking advantage of a girl because that basically
But
like
if
that comes like you're drugging a girl to have sex. So that even worse. That sounds way worse to me. It's best you tell me you like. It's best you tell me nah, I just really like and I really wanted to try. Don't tell me no shit like that because you basically telling me you're taking advantage of a girl. No, and that's the reality of it. Right, cheating is a no-no. Don't be friends with your ex if they cheated on you because that's you. First of all, what makes you think he's not gonna do it again?
Because men change.
Men can change. I'm not
Exactly.
saying that. What makes it? But he cheated on you.
Mm-hmm.
That means he won't change for you.
How you know that?
That's
A man, I believe, I'm not watching men who is cheat. I was going down that road there. I ain't going down that road.
I'm glad you're not.
But okay, we were also talking about communication.
Yeah, communication. I don't think people know what communication is. Communication is not just listening. You can listen to me. You can talk wholly. I could talk wholly, and y'all can see that I can talk wholly. And you know, everybody would say they're friends and real because I don't really talk to people out there. Everybody kind of anti-social and so. But you know, it's a family, it's friends and everything. And this is YouTube, it's a camera, pretty much. It's okay to you. But yeah, I can talk to you whole day and you could tell me, oh well, yeah, you understand, and then you don't really understand, and that's gonna cause a bigger issue in the long run. If a miscommunication is the reason why you all broke up, I mean, there are situations that, you know, they can be rectified, but there are situations that cannot be rectified because then you realize that this person doesn't really understand me and doesn't really get me after so long. Because if a miscommunication happened, it's pretty much, I'm guessing that it would have been based on a long experience that you're making this judgment. Because miscommunication is also by judgment. I'm
but
guessing.
It has some people I break up with, and it's happened to me. And my friends tease me about it all the time. Me and a girl broke up, and I don't know why we broke up for. Like, to me, every time I ask the question, it's always be a different answer. When I ask her why.
Let me share a man. She not good. She not a good girl.
Oh, you know that?
Yeah, that's a woman.
First of all, I have a denial. I never got cheated on.
Yeah, yeah, denial.
I never got cheated.
That's fine.
Nobody will ever cheat on me.
That's fine. And let me tell you, as your cousin being real to you,
Too damn good to be cheated on.
you're too damn good to be cheated on. That's great.
I'm telling you.
I'm too damn good to be cheated on too, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Anyways, that girl was cheating on you. I told her as a cousin. Now why them men clowning you? Because they know. Secondly, why you look for... I understand that closure thing because I did that for a long time.
I need closure. I need to know.
I did that for a long time. But at this point, Steven, if this is right now, she's still continuously lying. You need to realize that she's a compulsive liar. You need to...
Obviously, me and the person don't talk.
Like,
I get
don't even,
because
you don't even deserve to breathe the same air as me. That's how I feel personally. Like when I I have exes that can't even look in my direction now.
Yeah, but my thing is, closure is important because, like, for me personally, well, alright, let me not say for me personally, there was a point in time where I used to do whatever, normal boy stuff, you do whatever you want, and then you change, and then you say, okay.
What is normal boy stuff?
That's for another podcast, for
No,
another
what is
time.
normal boy stuff?
You know, you run past, why are you trying to indict me?
No,
Leave it
I
past
want
and
to know
past.
what you're talking about. And I have a little background to make a little comment.
You run around, you do normal boy stuff.
What's normal boy stuff? What do you mean? Cheat?
Nah.
So what do you mean run around?
Black men don't cheat. We just run
You know, I
around.
don't realize how funny that song is because of the person who sang that song.
First of all, man, we don't run around. We don't cheat. We just run around.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah. So regular stuff, you know, and then you have a shit turning point in your life where, you know, you get older and you say you want to settle down, and like, alright, to me, they say at some point you get mature, To me, I
So
think.
that gives you all the excuse to cheat.
Relax yourself now. Let me finish my point.
Alright, you saying good. You run around.
You
You
reach a point. Anyways, you reach a point where you're serious and you're taking the relationship serious, and you're telling you, hey, you're not about that run around thing. You're taking it serious, and if you have problems in your relationship, just basically come out and say you have a problem and you want to talk this thing out. If that doesn't happen, right? Like, for me, it was like, even say whatever you need to say. If you find that this relationship is making sense, then tell me. Because for people who know me, I like to waste time. This thing where we just pity partying around and...
So you were instant love, you were TV love.
No, I don't mind building that thing, but like, don't be in a relationship, be unhappy, and don't tell me anything. Cause women know how to fake. Trust me, YouTube, women know how to fake it. A woman could fake anything. This woman will make you think you're the best thing from since sliced bread and be damn unhappy in this relationship. So I find
No, because when we mention how we're unhappy, it'll be a big issue. So it's just like, alright.
But if I tell you, talk your mind, say whatever you need to say, and you don't say anything.
Let us say that. And then when we do talk your mind, we keep being so dramatic.
No, I wouldn't be like that.
You saying that now, but there's a lot of men that are like that because they cannot deal with a woman's emotion, and that's how women shelter their emotion because they be like, oh.
Women emotion, I mean honest, women emotion, it be confusing.
It is confusing, but it's not for the weak. You have to take the time to understand.
What can understand if you ain't telling me nothing?
What do you mean how I feel? I'm saying that if I told you, you're gonna be like, oh, you're being dramatic, that's not the case, blah 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 blah. You're dismissing my feelings.
I don't think I will do that. You
don't think that you're doing that, but you are dismissing my feelings, Steven. You are dismissing the girl's feeling, and that's how I can say that. If she says that she pretending to be happy, it's because she doesn't want to leave. She just wanted to fix that one problem, and she's realizing.
See that.
Right, but when you say the problem, it's always, oh, you're being too dramatic, you're being too sensitive.
You don't say nothing.
Then you're dismissing my feelings.
And then
after a while, it's gonna be like, okay, well, I can't really tell him because he's gonna be blowing up and he's gonna get dramatic. And I just be like, dude.
I am sure, at least for one of my relationships, I can say that I was not dramatic and did not blow up for nothing. I made a consistent that is what kills.
Consistent effort.
That is why for that relationship I was upset and I needed closure for that one. Because I was like, I made an effort in this relationship. Because before I didn't make no effort. I don't mind.
And women like that drama thing, A lot of women like that drama too. I mean, she wasn't really she wasn't good, Steven, and I forgot to tell it. I feel like I told you that like 5 times to the podcast.
No, but my thing is
she wasn't good. If she was good and she was worth that closure, you don't know. But anyways, and your brethren just feel like, they don't want to tell you because it will hurt your feelings. But she ain't good.
Hurt me? Can't hurt me.
Yes, you can get hurt, Steve.
Can't hurt me. I am. Call me I am Tony Stark.
Oh gosh.
But I think that women should be more honest. Like being
honest
serious.
About what?
If there's a problem in the relationship, like be honest. Like,
yeah, but what if we were honest the first time and we being honest got us, shouted at, etc.
Then say that.
Well then no. After that it's gonna be over and I'm gonna be able to express my feelings because now you are no longer a person on my team, you are now my enemy.
So wait, we in a relationship and I'm your enemy?
Yeah, because you shouted at me the first time when you dismissed my feelings.
Like, I love you, but you're my enemy.
We were.
We were in a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. don't like this man at all.
So we just be at it wholly. I just can't take you most of the time. And that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes you have a love-hate relationship with somebody. And that's not something you should stay in because it's very toxic. But I just find that men do not consider a woman's feelings in terms of, you know, them expressing themselves, and that's why a lot of women are sheltered. And it may not even be you. It may have been a relationship in the past where she would have been relationships in the past where she would have been constantly, her feelings would have been constantly dismissed.
Yeah, but when we started our relationship,
that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that, bro. That's like getting abused all your life and then somebody expecting you to just. That's like you ever see like those dogs that get abused and you just expect them to just come and trust the new owner like that.
Yeah, but if you're new owner being, and I'm not again, I'm not comparing relationship to
that's
dog.
What I'm saying.
You're coming and you're treating because they're gonna say Steve won't say women and dogs. I'm comparing. I'm not comparing, but let me just say in a relationship. You come in and you're doing all the things that...
Okay, and still she hasn't reached that place where she feels like, you know, she can be vulnerable. And that's a lot of things. Sometimes it doesn't happen before marriage, sometimes it does. Because then, at that point in marriage, you're like, oh, so this guy's really here to save. And then you start to, you know, let yourself become unguarded and all those things. I know for a fact that I'm a very guarded person. Don't date. Dating me is not for the weak. Don't laugh. Dating me is not for the weak. I am very, very assertive and I tell you like it is. If you can't handle that, that's on you. But at the same time, if you disregard my feelings once, I'm not gonna let you know my feelings again. And that's me personally, based on my experience. Because if you don't understand me and I take the time to communicate to you how I feel and things, and you're just like, oh, you're being dramatic, blah 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 blah. There's no possible way that you could expect me the same from me every time that something like that happens. Because